Thank you. May I have your attention, please? My name is Perry Gates. I'm the trustee for the Youth Charter, and I'm standing in for Dame Mary, and she's kindly asked me to turn you over to the wonderful Mr. Jeff Thompson.
I welcome it if you can come a bit closer, because believe it or not, this voice is struggling. The objective is to have some promoting concerts are informal yet comfortably forward. Pearly Gates has been a trustee for the last couple of years and has dispelled the myth that the Youth Charter has been all about sport, because I'm about sport. She's very much the arts, and if you get somewhat together, you get somewhere near what we should be aiming for. But the thank you is always for being here, and for me it was about having some people that have shared an incredible journey and have shared what the Youth Charter has really been about. The setting, as you can imagine, is rather grand, but don't that in any way inform you otherwise. We still operate on carbon emission, fuelless enthusiasm. And the recent AGM, which has only just passed, we've always had a very swift, efficient AGM because we never have much money to have to account for. So there are pluses and minuses in all of this. But this is a major milestone in an incredible journey. It's about the work that we have done, and I do say that very much within the descriptive we. It reflects the Youth Charter's contributions that led up to and included the Commonwealth Games. Many people do not know what we did. It was very much the alternative games, the fringe activity, but I hope in the next 15 minutes or so to share with you what I believe was an incredible experience. It will also look at what young people still need to be by way of engagement and motivation. And I think at the end of the day, it brings it within the context of a global community and what the community of the Commonwealth is all about. I'm going to hand over very quickly. Believe it or not, without these glasses now, someone said that I've got AIDS. Without these, I don't see them. So take it from me. The eyes are going. We do have a special guest, a very honourable guest, and all I can say is with Chogam only days away and with all the challenges currently taking place within the Commonwealth, being here is, I know, an exceptional opportunity and provision that I would have fully understood had we needed to cancel this. But I think the value the Commonwealth place on youth, on sport, and what it can do by way of social and human development is testament to us still being here this evening. I'd like to introduce His Excellency Deputy Secretary General of the Commonwealth, Rainsford Smith. He is deputising for Don McKinnon, my mate Don, because he's a real person and he's an exceptional person, but by no means does it in any way, I think, detract from Deputy Secretary General stepping in. And I'd just like to say a few words of welcome.
Thank you very much, Jeff. And let me say what a great pleasure it is for me to welcome you to Marlborough House this evening and to participate in the launch of the Youth Charter 12 Commonwealth Report. The Youth Charter is an exciting initiative, and the report to be launched this evening is a milestone event. That this is widely recognized is evident from the fact that so many distinguished persons have joined us this evening. I will be forgiven if I pay particular tribute to you as chairman, whose brainchild the Youth Charter was, and was executive chair, has contributed so much to providing direction and purpose to the Charter's activities. Unfortunately, as you have heard, Secretary General McKinnon is unable to be with us this afternoon. He is somewhat under the weather. The work of the Youth Charter is of particular interest to him, and he recalls very well witnessing firsthand some of the Charter's activities during the highly successful 2002 Commonwealth Games, when he visited Moss Side, and in particular the Moss Side Millennium Powerhouse, and enjoyed firsthand the stimulating youth debate in the Peace Garden of the Powerhouse. The youth are the future of the planet, and equally so of the Commonwealth. The situation of youth is a Commonwealth and a global issue. With 1.3 billion young people now living in the developing world, the largest ever youth group in history, there can be no better time to invest in youth. Half of the Commonwealth is under the age of 25. Far too many young people, some 130 million, 15 to 24-year-olds, cannot read or write. Failure to seize the opportunity to train them more effectively, both for the workplace and to be active citizens, will lead to widespread disillusionment and social tensions. Young people make up nearly half of the ranks of the world's unemployed, and surveys of young people indicate that access to jobs, along with physical security, in many parts of the world are among their biggest concerns. Against this background, there is perhaps no task more important than ensuring that youth acquire the skills and the values and attitudes that will make them citizens of the Commonwealth in the fullest sense of the word. That is, reaching their own potential as individuals and contributing fully to the societies in which they live. It is perhaps, to state the obvious, to recall that sport and art are among the earliest of human activity as individuals and as social beings. The discipline, the mix of competitiveness and collaboration, the challenges to develop one's skills and capacity to their fullest, the challenge of dealing appropriately with both success and failure. These are important character-forming traits that involvement in sports, art, and wider cultural activities instill, and that are essential transforming experiences on the road from youth to adulthood. At the Commonwealth Secretariat, we are keenly aware of the immense value of sport and cultural activities in the promotion of development. Sport and health, sport and education, women and sport, sport, peace and democracy. These are some of the obvious linkages we pursue in our development programs at the Commonwealth. The case studies in the report to be launched underscore the integral nature of sport, art and cultural activity to national development. Let me also commend the Youth Charter for the Citizenship in Action initiative, which is premised on the win-win relationship between sport, art and cultural activity and the wider society. It is timely that this report is being released just before the next Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, which takes place in Kampala, Uganda, on the 23rd to the 25th of November. And the theme for that Heads of Government meeting is Transforming Commonwealth Societies through Political, Economic, and Human Development. Commonwealth societies cannot be transformed without the youth. Let me conclude by saying that the Commonwealth Secretariat is deeply committed to promoting the interests of young people. The Commonwealth Youth Program here in the Secretariat is one of our more dynamic and rewarding areas of activity. We are aware that young people who are empowered by their societies can be powerful forces for democracy and development, which establishes, therefore, a genuine kinship and a genuine bond with the Youth Charter. So once again, it is my pleasure to participate in this launch, and I thank you very much for the opportunity to host you here at Marble House and to speak to you this evening. Thank you very much.